2025 has been a weird year at the movies. What you gotta understand is that a movie year has seasons, and you have to go into each season with the correct expectations. January, February, that's where they put the shit they have no confidence in. So you get some sleeper hits and some where you go, oh, okay, they were not planning on anyone seeing this. Like we had Dogman, we had The Monkey, but we also had the Putin movie where they AI deepfaked Putin onto this man's head, made me want to throw up. Then you get your spring movies. This is where some of the weirdo shit is. The kind of shit you gotta think on for another 6 months and then watch it again. A lot of great movies came out in March. The Rule of Jenny Penn, weird-ass nursing home horror movie, absolutely sick. Opus, which I think is being slept on completely. I gotta watch this one again. Black Bag, so slick, so smooth. It's the movie theater equivalent of being inside a saxophone for 2 hours. Then you get to the summer blockbusters, and this year we've just been throwing up bricks. Live action remake, that was totally forgettable. Live action remake, that was the exact same movie as the movie it was remaking, but less fun to look at. 2.5-hour Mission Impossible movie with some pretty sick stunts, but a plot that felt like it was squeezing my brain like an orange. Fun car movie, mid-Pixar movie, insanely boring Megan sequel. One of the best things I've ever read is this interview with the producers where they were like, we thought Megan could transcend genres. We thought she was like Superman. We thought we could do anything with her. And it's like, who told you that? And then you have Corporate Dinosaur Extravaganza 4, where a character looks directly down the barrel of the camera and says with pleading eyes, they were just giving the audience what it wanted. It hasn't been all bad. Karate Kid movie was pretty sick. Wes Anderson put out a solid one. A24 cranked out some crazy shit in May and June. But if we're talking summer blockbusters, like movies you can actually expect people you work with to have gone and seen, kind of a shitty season. But it's okay, because I'm confident that the back half of this year will be absolutely insane. We're about to enter the best season of the movie year, late summer and fall, where the meaty ones are. Last year we got Dee Dee, Strange Darling, Blink Twice, some movies you can really chew on. This year we're gonna get Eddington, neo-western about American politics from the guy who did Hereditary, Bugonia, the new Yorgos Lanthimos, Todd from Breaking Bad raises bees and kidnaps a woman, Honey Don't, Margaret Qualley investigates Chris Evans as the leader of like some kind of a religious cult. I'm in. You sold me. After the Hunt. Luca Guadagnino drama about accusations flying around a college faculty, dark mysterious secrets. Challengers director plus Challengers soundtrack composers plus Andrew Garfield. Do I need to say anything else? We are, of course, getting the requisite 25 franchise horror movies. The Black Phone 2. The Strangers Chapter 2, The Conjuring The Last One for real. We're definitely not making any more of these movies. Blockbuster horror has been in a very repetitive slump for a little while. Fortunately, we live in a golden age of indie horror. In the back half of this year, we get so many weird-ass horror movies. Together, movie about a married couple who find a demonic hole and start to fuse into one being. This looks gross as hell. Weapons, the guy who made Barbarian is making a bunch of kids T-pose into the night. Right now, if you think something is even a little bit spooky, you can just write a whole movie about that shit. And it works because while the studios are trying to reboot I Know What You Did Last Summer, which has to be the clunkiest title I've ever heard, you can say, no, fuck you, I'm afraid of football. Him. Football horror movie, ladies and gentlemen. And on top of all of that, we get another Osgood Perkins later this year. Boy, these pants are gonna be shat, let me tell you. Here's a fun game you can play at home. Go on IMDb's upcoming releases calendar and just scroll until you find a movie that you haven't heard of, but that has an actor that you have. Click on it and watch the trailer. 40% of the time, you'll have no interest, but pretty frequently you go, wait, holy shit, I'm kind of into this. Like for me, I was just scrolling around the other day and I was like, wait, Josh O'Connor from Challengers? What's this all about? Oh, he's a guy who steals art? Yeah, I want to see this. Will it be good? Maybe not. But you take this coin flip 10 times and you'll find 3 or 4 or 5 that you'll find yourself actually thinking about a year from now. And when that director does their next totally different thing, you go, huh, I liked our last one, let's check this out. And now you've got like this secret niche artist you like that'll make you seem cool and intellectual to your friends at work. And at the end of the day, isn't that really what it's all about? I didn't really have a point with this video. I think I just wanted to make this because the most common movie take right now is everything is just sequels and reboots. And to an extent, I'm also guilty of that because I frequently complain about the quality of sequels and reboots. And also I started this video complaining about the lack of good movies this year. But look at the Wikipedia chart for highest grossing movies of 2025. Admittedly, I have not seen this one, but then it's like live action remake, plastic tub full of intellectual property, 8th Mission Impossible movie, live action remake, 1900th installment of the Detective Chinatown franchise, Marvel Dinosaurs Marvel. Studios put out so many sequels and reboots because it's the safest bet in the world. If we want studios to take risks and spotlight original creative stories, then we as audience members also have to be a little more risk tolerant. If I had to speculate on the root of the issue, I think that in the streaming age, we've developed the expectation of being perfectly entertained on demand. If you're watching a YouTube video and you decide, man, this guy sucks and his voice is annoying, you are one click away from another chance at entertainment. There's a World War Z-esque pile of other people clamoring to entertain you. When that's an option that you can access on the toilet, you're really going to drive your 2009 Toyota Yaris with your hands and feet to a physical location and sit in a room full of strangers for 2 hours to see something that only might be entertaining? What if it sucks? I just have to sit there not fully entertained for 2 hours? I'm not saying you have to do what I do and see literally anything they're willing to project onto a screen. That's how you end up seeing the Romeo and Juliet adaptation where they don't kill them at the end so they can set up a sequel, which is a real thing that I saw this year that I might have to make an entire video about. That's how you end up seeing the Garfield movie. I'm saying take a chance on a movie this year that you normally wouldn't have. If you need recommendations for what looks good, you can leave a comment with what kind of movies you like, because I love giving recommendations. I feel the need to advocate for taking a chance on smaller movies because I've found so many over the last couple years that I never would have found unless I went out of my way to look for them. In July of last year, feeling slightly bad for clowning so hard on Dakota Johnson in my Madame Web video, I saw she was going to be in this teeny tiny little drama with Sean Penn called Daddy-O. Boy, let me tell you, on that day, I appreciated being able to buy movie tickets on the internet because I don't have the intestinal fortitude to walk up to the physical human behind the desk at my movie theater and say that title out loud. And it ended up being this really interesting chamber piece set entirely inside a taxi consisting of just one long conversation between this woman and her taxi driver, like a really sweet meditation on relationships and vulnerability. This year, I sort of in passing saw a trailer for this movie called I Don't Understand You with Andrew Rannells about a gay couple who accidentally murder a lady while on vacation in Italy, and I was like, I did like Andrew Rannells in his groundbreaking role as Veneer in Trolls Band Together, why not? And you know what? This movie is funny as hell. It will definitely be making some kind of an appearance in my Best of the Year video. But the crown jewel of my take a chance policy, besides Challengers, which I will never shut the fuck up about, we live in time. I was playing IMDb Roulette one day last year and saw a rom-com with Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh. Oh, okay, this will probably be at least mildly entertaining. Wrong. It was life-ruiningly good. I lend out this DVD like it's the fucking VHS tape from The Ring. I have to pass on the curse. I can't be the only one who cries every time I crack an egg now. Masterpiece performances, beautiful soundtrack, and if I hadn't been dicking around on IMDb one random afternoon, I never would have seen this. My life would be measurably worse if only because I would never get to hear the anguished cries of the people I've forced to watch this. I guess what I'm trying to say is no matter how bland or disappointing the blockbuster movies are in any given year, take a chance on some random movie playing at your theater. Because yeah, it might end up inflicting psychic damage on you, but what if you like it?